In today's video, we're going to be looking at 5 key things about Leo Kleisen going into Tekken 8. Okay, so first of all, we're going to talk about Leo's new install, Lightning Glare. We saw it in the trailer. We saw a few transitions that led to this glowy hands situation with Leo, where you see red and blue around the character's hand, like the red and blue effect. So I'm gonna show you what moves lead to Lightning Glare, and then I'm gonna show you the attacks that we have from Lightning Glare. So let's take a look. So we have up forward 1 2, and in order to use Lightning Glare, you have to hold 1+2. We also have while standing 1+2, and the thing that is so good about while standing 1+2 is the fact that I can end combos and hold 1+2, and then have this install active from finishing my combos. So that brings a lot of utility in any kind of combo, and it's honestly very strong. So we have that. We also have Heat Burst, which obviously you have the heat meter at the top of the screen, which is going down currently. But this will allow you to do you will use 2 uses of the install during the heat burst. During heat, and then you will finish, like your heat will end, and you will still have glowing hands afterwards if you land them quick enough. So obviously your bar is going down, so if you only manage to land 1, you will do the 1, and then you will have the 1 free after the heat goes away. So potentially you are able to use these additional moves up to 3 times. So what are the additional moves? So first and foremost, we have forward 2 4 3, and the thing that is so good about this is the fact that you can go into box stance. If you just do it regularly on block, it's +1. So it's your turn, you can, keep your pressure going with jabs and stuff. If you go into box stance, you are +4, which means block 1 2 will be uninterruptible. So that itself is very strong. We also have back 3 1 2, 3 mids, hit confirmable string, -13 on block. A huge change because in Tekken 7, obviously this transition was key charge, and you'd be very vulnerable if it was blocked. So in this game, you can kind of just do it, and it's -13. Cool. We also have down back 4 1 2. Sorry, we also have down back 4 1 1+2. So we have down forward 2, which is a move that obviously has to be included. We saw what it did in Tekken 7, launching crouching opponents. One change that has happened to this move is the fact that it doesn't track side step right anymore. So in terms of how the move has transitioned over to this game, it has been tweaked a tiny bit. I don't want to say nerfed because the move is still outrageous, still very strong, still launches crouched opponents, and it's still -13. I believe the pushback properties and stuff is still kind of the same as well, so gonna be an awkward move to punish. Yeah, so down forward 2 going into Tekken 8, still a strong tool, still another key move of Leo's, and yeah man, I just can't wait to use it. Going into the next move, we now have down 2, which was a counter hit knockdown in Tekken 7, +4 on block, +9 on hit, force crouch. Going into Tekken 8, now we have a counter hit launching move, and honestly, it's the same kind of launch that you see from a Brian back 1 on counter hit, and this change is pretty insane because it's a plus frame on block move, but on top of that is a counter hit launcher as well. So this is a huge change for Leo, and a very positive change, and I do believe this is one of the key things about Leo. We're going to take a look at the move. Down 2. As you can see, decent combo damage. That wasn't obviously anything optimal, but just the fact that you can pressure with this tool, +4 force crouch, it's gonna make for some very ugly scenarios. I think this move is extremely strong. They might tone it down a bit in terms of what it does on block maybe, but yeah, this as a counter hit launch is a very strong tool for Leo. I'd say a much needed change from 7 to 8. It's gonna add for pretty cool combos and stuff, which is pretty good. Yeah, other than that, there isn't too much to say about it. It's gonna be a good pressure tool, counter hit launcher, obviously great counter hit launching combo starter. So yeah, a good change from 7 to 8. So if you thought this move wasn't good already, Tekken 8 has just taken it to that next extreme. We have back 1 +4. Now this move +14, it used to be a situation where you use +15 and against some characters you'd be able to get a hop kick and a full launch. But this move in this game has taken it to the new extreme that if you are in heat and you land back 1 +4 and counter hit, you now will get a full launch. And to me, that is absolutely crazy because this move is known for being just insane. -12, high-low at the same time. When you're in plus situations, it's a good move to kind of call out panic hop kickers and stuff like that because of the high. Like, this move is insane. And the fact that now it becomes a launcher in heat on counter hit, it's just nuts. Like, it's plus on hit as it is, and this move is going to be a move that is definitely when you are in heat, this move needs to be used for sure. After, you know, getting your plus frames in, maybe after using your heat smash, you might want to use it and stuff like that, like the mid heat smash. Yeah, this move just has a lot of utility. It's very good for what it does. 19 frames fast, which for what it does on counter hit is just crazy. Yeah, I really think this move has to be spoken about, and it's definitely a part of the top 5 things that Leo has available in this game. Something that has always been very key in Leo's arsenal is their plethora of lows, and that does not change in Tekken 8. For some reason, Leo's KNK4 is a counter hit launching high crushing low from KNK. Now this right here is the source. Just a basic combo, but you get what I'm saying. High crushing, counter hit launching low that is -12 on block. Can crouch dash from, so even if you don't get the counter hit, you're +6 going into stance. So yeah, +6 into stance. If you don't go into stance, you're +4. So yeah, so same situation as down 2 on block. This low is a great change. I think this was a very needed change. I feel like KNK was only scary because of KNK2, but then people used to duck and stuff. But now we can kind of play into the KNK3, KNK4 kind of mix up. So I'm very ecstatic about that change for sure. So from this situation, you're +6. You go for stomp. Obviously not on block. Obviously when you do land the counter hit, let me just quickly test if you can react to the counter hit and then go for the launching pickup. So I put random block. So in terms of reacting and getting the pick out, I don't feel like it's possible really. Maybe very late, but I do believe the one downside is that you would have to commit to the crouch dash. There might be a way for you to do it instant while standing free, but I do know that this input gives people a lot of grief. So yeah, it's one of them ones. If you commit to it, you're going to be super minus and launch punishable. But I mean, it's for your opponent. Your opponent's gonna have to go for the launch punish at the end of the day. And if they go for that and you just do this, -12. So, yeah, I think this is a very key thing about Leo as well. That this new low is very effective. Definitely should be used a lot going into gameplay and stuff. So during heat, your attacks will then have chip damage and stuff on block. So there was a particular thing they showed in the Leo trailer where if you did forward 2-4-3, which is obviously the install move, you could then go into block at plus frames, right? So if I do KNK4 and they haven't pressed and tried to interrupt or anything, they will then be in a situation where they either have to block a heat smash or a hop kick. So I'm gonna do that scenario right now, and you're gonna see why this is so strong in this game. So let's go. Okay, so you're looking at a situation now where I got a lot of chip damage off, and I put them in a 50-50 that they just don't want to be in. Like, if I'm going into heat, you know, I'm going into heat because I want it to be a situation that wins me the game. So being able to get that much chip off and damage and also put them in a 50-50 situation like that is a very, very strong tool. So I have to include this when talking about Lightning Glare and just show you just what Lightning Glare is going to offer for Leo in this game. Like, this character is going to function around Lightning Glare a lot. So this is the key move, I feel like, or the key thing about Leo.